right, we are back. Been so long. I'm in here. I am ready. Done a lot of work on my base here. Okay, so did some traveling. I traveled across the world. We are now. Original base is way up here, and we have moved our base all the way down to the bottom side of the map down here and built some pretty cool new stuff. So the build is coming along quite nice. As you can see here, we have some good stuff going on. So let's see what we have. Oh, up and away. And let's see, we have a pretty good build. I can't say I didn't play. What is that? Sent me a Christmas gift? Oh my.
Congratulations. You have found your first Christmas gift package.
I didn't even know this happened.
The basic part necessary for most Christmas seasonal event activities.
What in the world?
Don't forget to check the calendar or the map to see what you can do with these gifts. Or do forget, I don't care.
That's interesting. Okay, well, we'll check that out at some point. So I got a pretty cool little power plant going on over here. We're able to get the Blade Runners moving along. That was pretty good. I got Blade Runners moving. I got my power plant moving here, and then my star piece is now in motion. You can see here we have a pretty sweet little gig going on here. That's going to be a storage facility. We've already started bringing stuff into it. So this storage facility is going to be for everything that we're building on this particular map, bringing everything into this one single space. So I don't have trains or anything bringing it in right now. I've considered that, or maybe trucks, not sure, but whatever it does, it can't be attached. I thought about taking this mushroom thing right here, turning it into maybe like a train station or something. I haven't really decided yet, but the architecture here is coming along quite nicely, and we are making some good progress. Over here is where I have my plastic and rubber being made. We were able to get the sink working pretty good here. We are able to feed it from the backside. I feed it from here every now and then with some things, which looks like it might be time to do so. So we're going to go ahead and feed that into it. All right, let's drop that in like that. Okay. Now I want to check my mix just in case. I don't have a producer, folks, so you're going to have to bear with me while I check out my sound, make sure everything is functioning like it's supposed to, and that I can be heard properly. Looks like we got a pretty good sound going on. Nice. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so first things first. What we were setting out to do was to get everything that we have being made right now moved over to being fed into this. I was feeding things through the water. I think what I am going to do is set up some sort of trains or truck stations to feed my base that's going in this way. I like that concept. Hello, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you out there. I think what I'm going to do is take my hanging base and I'm going to start feeding that. I think maybe turning this into a truck station here on top of this mushroom, exploiting the mushroom, turning it into a storage facility. Supply base. This is going to be a glass tower here once I get everything moving into it. I did try this concept of feeding things through the water. I just don't know if I like that idea. It's very difficult to build inside the water like that because you can't really see what you're doing. So I think that if I bring all of my stuff in that way, I'm going to create this really spaghetti looking disaster. The other thing is we need quick wire because I can't put lights inside the base until I get that done. I made a weird trip over the weekend when I was tinkering over Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. But over Thanksgiving, I made this weird trip back to the old base. and I completely forgot why I was going there. Came back with fuel, got killed by a giant poisonous spider, and yeah, it was a big mess. So I'm kind of glad I didn't stream that day, although that spider was pretty wild. I didn't know that existed in the game. But it was a giant. There is some pretty creepy creatures in this particular world. So I'm built right here on the edge of everything. The new base has got this construct here. Let's see if I can get up over this wall here, show you the new interior. This is going to be this is the new home base here, where all the magic happens. It's kind of my home spot. You go out the back side. There's where did it go? Right here. You pass through here. Got this little walk plank. You can go out this direction. Blade runners are so sick. If you can get blade runners, those let you move pretty quickly. But I built this storage facility out here. This is just kind of my own personal storage facility. I thought this was kind of fun to do. I'm gonna put legs on it down as deep as I can. But you look back and kind of see where I got my build. It's pretty sick. You have to admit that being amongst the mushrooms like that, or whatever those things are called, is pretty cool. I kind of like where it's located. I did this because there's pure oil here. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So, oh, excuse me, bless me. Okay, so yeah, I did this because there's pure oil back here. So I haven't been on a little bit because I have been a little bit under the weather. So I do apologize for anyone who was checking out the stream. Say I did. I don't see that I remove it. Yeah, that's it. So I had to remove this piece of glass. I had this piece of glass right here, down below. And I had to take that out because I kept running around the corner and slamming into it like a bird. So it's just like this over and over again every time I come through here, which was kind of hilarious. I probably should have left it alone because it made for a pretty funny experience. So anyways, I'm going to get to building right here. Let's turn this into, I think trucking things in from over there to here will be a good idea. But training them from there to here will be another idea. But I think building up, and this is not enough space to build a train station and a truck station, is it? Is that another gift in the water? What are these gifts? I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand the gifts. Can I get this one? Kind of weird. Another one over here. Maybe I can get all of that one. I don't know what these gifts are, what's in them. It doesn't tell you. I don't really know. If you know what they are, let me know what they are. Anybody knows what these are?
I'm sure this is useful to someone, somewhere.
What is it? I don't know what it is. We got 80 gifts that have inexplicably fallen from the sky or spawned from a Fixmas gift tree. Don't question it. They're used to produce Fixmas buildings and parts. These gifts are part of the Fixmas event, like the calendar in the hub. What do they build? What am I supposed to do with them? Put them in a machine and see what happens? Okay, power plant is functioning. Oh, we need to check our production first while I'm standing here. While we brainstorm a little bit about what we're doing. Okay, fuel is absolutely full. That's good. You can see we have plenty of production, and we could probably build another power facility. What kind of power are we producing? What are we looking at? We're producing right at 1,000 on this one. We have a capacity of 1,500. 1,200 is all we need. Okay, so we're okay for now. We don't need to build anything else on that. Let's see. Where are we going to put our station? But we could put the station above. Like we could have the train just like go into the building from second story. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. I wanted this building to be free hanging, and I really don't want anything to look like it's attached to it. And I already have these weird, the conveyors going in from the bottom side. I really don't want those to do that. I'm not sure exactly. This mushroom makes such a great platform, but I don't think I can hold the train station and let's just look and see. If I put a train station here, I mean, this thing's going to absorb some mad space. I'll tell you what, let's just do this. Let's build us a platform, and let's see what it does. We need Zoop. Let's just build the platform out to there. There we go. And I'm gonna build this. So let's build this a big square. I'm gonna come off of that square, and build this direction. Go. Good, good, good. I want to cover the whole mushroom, but we want the mushroom to look like it's kind of centered on it, and we don't want to touch into our hanging building. So we don't want to do. All right, let's look at this from the bottom side. That's kind of cool. I mean, that could work. Let's put some legs on it or beams on it or something. I don't know. Let's see what happens if I put a train station on this. Great, train station. Okay. Train station on this. It needs to be wider. Train station is basically going to absorb this whole thing. Ooh, we could put a train station right there. And then put this to be the truck station. Feed our truck stuff in from that direction. Train station stuff from that direction. That's what we're going to do. That's a way better idea. This is truck station. Truck station here. So let's put this in. We're going to feed this in. We need a few trucks to come in this way. I have a couple of trucks. Let's feed this in this way. Put it close to the edge there. And I want this close to the edge here. Let's just leave it right there on the edge. Drop that in place. Then we'll put another one right over here next to it. Now, I'm going to try to make these touch. I'm going to be honest, I'm still kind of a rookie when it comes to these trucks and stuff, because it seems like every time I do this, I end up with I basically end up with them overlapping each other's paths. So that's where I don't want to run into, and putting them close together like this. So you just imagine this truck's going to come in this way, and then he's going to have to loop straight back out. Otherwise, it's going to have to bump into this other guy's path or wait till he loads. So they're going to be kind of reliant on each other to continuously move. And I think that having them moving in kind of a train situation is going to be ideal. We also have a lot of freight to move with these trucks if we're going to do it this way, and not have a whole bunch of conveyor belts coming from this other building. We want this other building to just be enclosed with glass, and then have the trucks going in and out from the bottom side, hauling freight from there to here. That's the idea. So that's 3 truck stations. Okay, so we can have the truck station loop around. In the meantime, let's go ahead and make a road. We're just going to take the materials. Let's get asphalt. And let's, let me up here. Okay, so we're just going to take this. We'll put those down. Okay, we want that to go like that. Loop back around. This is going to be the road out. Okay, so that gives us 1, 2, 3 products. I don't have smart splitters yet. If I had smart splitters, this would be a whole lot easier to do. Now, I could just not do this yet and focus on developing out to the smart splitter. Is that another gift? Where is this Christmas tree at? There's gifts everywhere. Like, they're just throwing stuff at me. Look, they're all over. I don't understand what that is. Okay, I'm going to build out this way. We know we have to go like that. There we go. Now, that cover 2 blocks or 1 block? Okay, those can be built on a single block. That's good. Turn them around. Modular frames is what we're missing. Or we got to go into the base and find the modular frames. Fine. Pick them up as I find them. I'm not spending time on that. I don't understand what's happening there. There's another one. Oh my goodness. My inventory is going to be full of these random gifts. Okay.
Yes.
Modular
Well
frames are in this thing right here. This is what we're going to try to fix right now. I have to fix this. Okay. Tie around this way. Another one on top of my stuff.
A baby could have found this.
Well, you put it right on top of my machine. Of course a baby could have found it. Okay. Now, we need a truck station right here. Okay, so that's the out path for those trucks. We need 2 out paths. We can't have these trucks We want these trucks to loop around and come back out on this one. They're going to run this kind of road back that way, and we want these trucks to come out. So we need this setup to happen again. So we have 2 out paths is what we want. So let's go out 2 more. We're going to go this way, to there, this way, to there. There we go. That's good, and that's good. That comes in, loops around, goes back to the outside. We're gonna take this one. You know what we could do? Oh, you know, I have this really cool idea. I know, I'm gonna rebuild this. I don't want to do that. Let's see. I want to rebuild this though. I want to take this. Let's delete all of this. Now bear with me now. I know this. I'm deleting. I'm going backwards now, but this is an architectural decision that we're making at this time. We want a half block to be down the center of this. This is what we're going to call the median, and we're going to raise it 1/2 block. Okay, and then we're going to decorate this thing. We're going to paint it the colored. Yep, just like that. Okay, that's good. Then we need to delete this here. And then we're going to take this. Now we made our median. Go. We'll run this right down the side. Look at that. Now that's going to be pretty sick. Now we need this block. And we're going to take this block. One. Take it all the way down the center here. Take this block. We're going to run it all the way down, but we're not going to go all the way to the end with it. Going to go to there. This one goes here and there. Then it runs from there all the way down to this end. And ta-da! Ta-da! No, that's not ta-da. Oh. That's a problem. What are you making? What are you making? Can I take you out? What are you making? You're making concrete. You look like you're making concrete, but I have a thing making concrete already. You know, I'm sorry, but we'll have to see you later. You have to make concrete elsewhere. Can't make concrete here anymore. You were fired. You've been decommissioned, promoted to customer, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete this stuff too. Okay, so then we need one more of these. Good. Okay, so this does make for a really beast mode of a. I mean, this is a. This is an insane truck station. I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel, people. What am I supposed to do with that? You go over here and get fuel. Another gift. Go. Okay, so that makes for that particular station. We have our little median going on. I mean, this is great. I feel like we could shrink this down though, but I mean, but we can put stations on both sides. You know that? Like I can take this, turn it around. That station's gonna be, yeah, that station's right in the road. We can take that station, one there, one there. This is just gonna like, oh, we're missing rotors. Of course we're missing rotors. Why wouldn't we be missing rotors? Okay, we have rotors. There goes my graphics card having fun. There's rotors right there. 200 rotors, good shape. Okay. More gifts just falling from the sky. I don't really know what it expects me to do with those. I guess I'd have to Google it or something. And tonight is not the night. Okay, so that's interesting. I started that one off. That ends right there on the end. And then this one's... Okay, so I see why I did that. That's going to be on the curve. We don't want it to be on the curve. This is going to be on the exit. Ah, it's true. It's true. It's true. We do want to do it this way. Make sure this is pushed back right to the edge, just like that. Delete that one. Drop another one. That in place. That is where it goes. And then we have one more that's going to go here. Perfect. That is a beautiful thing. So we can haul 6. I mean, this could actually work. I could delete this other side and just run with 6 things, but I know I'm going to need more than 6 coming in. Like, you know it's going to take more than 6 coming in. Now, the question is, how do I get all of my stuff to the other side? Like, once I load it into these buildings, let's say this does work and we get 6 of these operational. We got all this freight coming in. We want to exit out the backside of these buildings. Drop the freight down. We taking it into the water down here? Is that what we're doing with it? Gonna take it into the water and then transport it to our hanging building over here somehow through the water. I mean, I like the idea of going through the water if I could just get it to function. I can't build in the water. Not effectively anyway. Oh man. I think I'm gonna take let's take this and put it down here. Or go here. Build us some stepping stones we can work off of. We won't be keeping these, but they'll let us work through, get some of our details in place. So that's where that stuff is coming from. We're going to transport that in by train station. And the train station we're going to move to like right here in this area. So we'll have these 3 buildings that are all operational here, separated by a little bit of space. That's what we'll do. And then we'll take and move this under the water. But we got to figure out a platform, some sort of like feeding system for this. And I feel like going under the water is just going to be too sloppy. So I feel like if I take this and just build me out a platform here that's the size of the base. But I'm just going to go a little bit on the... I'm just going to go a little bit, just kind of throw some of this stuff in here for now. So we have a place to work off of. And then we'll build down from there. So let's take these... we're going to feed them all one direction. Should we do that? So this is the problem with this kind of stuff. When this comes down, if I set this down here, and then I put another one here, it's going to be right in front of that one. So then I have to build up in the air and let one come out from underneath it. So then you get this stair-stepping method going on. And then how much of the stair-stepping can I do before I'm just building up into the flipping sky? So I think that instead of that, I think what I should do... Oh, man, I just deleted part of my floor. Instead of that, what I should do is build out. Go here, and we'll build out like this. Let's do this. This will work. Let me get me some water real quick. Right back. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's see. We build this down. If that works. That works. That works. So then we'll just come down like this. And then on these, we can bring those to the outside. So this is going to look kind of cool doing it like this versus, you know, staggering them the way I had them in the previous example. So I found the most difficult thing in here working with this stuff has been conveyor belt management. It's been very difficult to understand for me. I've seen some guys do some really cool stuff with conveyors. I've been getting a little better with those and how I deal with them. But it's still kind of tricky the way that they're done. And you got to build something that's really kind of unique when it comes to them. So I'm just gonna delete this, and I know I have stuff in the water there. We got to take it out for now because of what we're building. I think that our chest will have plenty to load into for now. If that stays just like that, it's gonna feed down just like that. You know, it'd be bad is if all of these were backwards. I've actually done that a bunch of times. Okay, turn this around. Okay. So that kind of looks pretty cool. And then we need to feed them with conveyors somehow. So the conveyors can do this. We can do this number with conveyors. Let's start this side. We're gonna go one direction with it. So let's take this way. Do you have fours? I got enough 2 fours. Now if we do this, this is going to get pretty wide pretty quick. I don't know what that just was, but okay. Right. Now. I want it to stay. Pull that one all the way out. Let's feed that in right here. Oh my goodness. Did I just miss that jump just now? I don't know. I promise I haven't been drinking or anything. I'm completely normal. Everything's fine. Completely missed that. You know what's happening is I've been running with, I just got those Blade Runners. My character's moving a little bit faster than what I'm familiar with. And it's throwing me off. I keep running off the edge. And I can jump higher, I walk faster, everything is just like smoother, you know? There we go. Okay. Okay, so we have that now. We got to build another platform. Okay, that works. Now, the question is, if we do this building like this, it's going to hold some stuff, but is it going to hold everything we're ever going to make, and is it going to be expandable to allow us to be able to build things in the future? Because we still have other stuff to upgrade to. And I feel like we're going to need more space again after this is all said and done. I don't know. And I was kind of hoping to build my tower taller. That's just going to mean I'm going to have to build these platforms out wider, is what that means. Oh, we're missing encased industrial beams. Okay, we have some. Got to head on into the base and we can grab some here. Go.
Do we need that?
No, I don't need it. I have no idea what in the world it's for. I'm just grabbing them because you keep putting them in front of me. Steel beams. The encased industrial beams are here. Another one right there. Dun, 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 dun.
A baby could have found this.
Babies find gifts often while they roam around random factories. Okay. Got our stuff together. Last conveyor belt down this side. Go. Conveyor belt is too long. Okay, so that's going to be the challenge. You know what we don't want is that under there. On the end. Okay, so that looks kind of cool. I like how clean it looks. Definitely is more symmetry and symmetrical. Okay, so let's go ahead and do we want this side to go out the other direction? We're bringing trains in and trucks. Or do we want the trucks to bring the stuff from the trains to the truck station and have the truck station be the only station that's delivering things? And we can take our truck station and expand it that direction towards the power plant. That'd be kind of cool looking. That could definitely work. Let's go with that idea for now, and hopefully that idea is a good one. And that'll keep all of our conveyor belts nice and even, and not be ridiculous. So let's take this. Nope. Yeah, that's exactly how this works. Perfect. Out to there. Build this out. Very good. Pull this out to here. Oh, the glitch. I don't know why my thing is glitching like that. That's so messed up. I feel like I should have did a reboot before I got started today. Thought that it would be okay. Oh, no, that was good. Very good. Very good, very good. Over here. It's getting beautifuler and beautifuler. Look at that. Oh. We're just gonna put some. We're gonna come through and clean this stuff up at some point. Not gonna keep all that. Okay, this is all good. Beautiful. Look how pretty that is. And now we gotta do something about these. What are we doing here? I think these might be like, maybe we can just run them out. This. This. Get to the middle here. Beautiful. And then this one. Ooh. Take this one and move it out this way. Take you to the center. Button too fast. You right to the center here. A flush. Yep. This one comes right down the other side. Look at that. That's quite beautiful. Then we're just going to come straight out the center of these. That's straight. Feels crooked. Does that feel crooked? This is crooked. That's why it feels crooked. It feels crooked because it is crooked. That's even crookeder. What's going on? Get up here and look down on it. Okay, see if we can straighten it out. Oh, crooked the other way. Crooked the other way. I mean, bro, what is happening? Fine. No, that's not. That is not it. Jumped across. Oh, I can't see because conveyor belt going everywhere. Is that even with it? Is it doing the same thing? Okay, we'll take it. Going for it. Okay, this is our conveyor belt highway coming in. That looks pretty wild. I must say that's pretty sick. So, question is, how should we build underneath it? Should we leave that platform like it is? Do we need to make that look like there's cables holding that up underneath like we do at the top? I feel like some cables holding the corners up might be pretty cool looking if I did that. Wonder what happens. So, wish the cables looked bigger. So I was just wondering, what if I used beams and do this freeform beam? The corner here. That look like? Looks hideous. Cables look way better. Okay, let's go ahead and get the power supplies with the wall outlets. I'm just gonna take something from like right here. Then we'll get our power supply. That's probably pretty cool looking. Let's go ahead over here. Yep, that looks kind of neat from here. Now we'll get this other power supply. We put that one and half one. We got 2 blocks out of the water, blocks out of the water, about halfway up here. Good. Okay, power. That's somewhere about right in. Now let's look at that from a distance. That look like it's being held up. It does. It does look like it. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. Okay. Good. all of our conveyor belts are hooked up. Everything is running out the way it needs to go. Now the question is, how are we going to get it from there to the back of this? So we have how many hookups? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So 18, right? I can't even count that. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 18 conveyors going in. And we have a total of 3, 6, 9, 12 stations that we can hook up, transport things. And we need a highway to run things to these stations. That highway is going to need to be pretty cool looking. First off, this highway is going to have to go. That's not going to function. We're going to go with ramps. Let's go 3. Ramps are going to need to go down. I'm going to just cross these all the way over. We know this is going to be here. Yep. Okay. Take these ramps all the way down. What I'd like to do is make sure that our trucks work before we hook all these conveyors up. I just want the trucks to start hauling things in to the station, and I want to know that I can run more than 2 trucks in here without them just getting hung up all over each other and making a big mess. That's what I would like to know. And that's the only way we're going to find that out is to run this by road system and tie something in. We're going to go ahead and get that moving. Okay, so we have our station here. Oh, you know what the problem's going to be? The trucks don't let us hold specific items. It only just loads whatever's in the station. So if we don't load these in a proper way, we're going to end up with a big mess. So this station has got like, there's like 6 to 8 items in here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like this being this close to this building. We're deleting this side. That's what we're gonna do. This is too close to our main base. You stop. We don't want to delete you. We're not going to take this side of the median. We're just going to delete. I want to get some distance. We're going to build the opposite direction is what we're going to do. Delete those. All of this through here. Yep. Just like that. Delete all of that. There we go. That looks good. I think that's pretty much spot on to the distance we want between the 2 buildings. I just don't want to have it crowded, and that's what that's going to do. And I feel like this station is crowding my stuff. I mean, the station is looking pretty sweet. To be honest, it does look pretty sweet. But like, really, what are we doing here for real? If I transport this stuff with trucks, I'm just transporting from here to there, and I'm going to build 2 of these stations to get the stuff, and I'm going to have to pipe all this stuff into a station. So why wouldn't I just pipe it all out to the station? And if I do that, I might as well just carry it all the way to my base. I don't know. I feel like this is a dilemma that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to solve. That looks really cool to feed everything in this way. Man, such a tough decision. And once you build it, it's not like you can just go back and be like, oh, well, I'm just Control Z it. There's no Control Z. You don't get to undo. You do, but it just takes forever. just want to make sure the infrastructure is planned properly. I've done such a sweet job of getting this stuff set up over here where everything is kind of linked together and being produced properly. Let me see. If I take and just start feeding these things in, so what if I just build these? What if I build some sort of a float system? And that's what I could do. You know what I need? I need my blueprinter. Take these off of here for now. We're gonna use this as a blueprinter space. Need the blueprinter, and I set up a blueprinter, special. Okay. Let's take. I want to build a float, like a water float is what we want to build. Something that's going to set on the water and be pretty cool looking. And I think that we want to take something that looks like, kind of look through our supplies here. You could take one of these big concrete pillars. Put a concrete pillar right next to that one. No, that didn't line up, did it? That was dumb. Fixing it. Okay. So this can go all the way across. We know we have 18 of these, but we have 9 on either side. So we need 2 9 builds. My idea is to build these out where we can just place them. You know what we ought to do is just build one, and then we can just place them side by side. That's what we ought to do. Anytime I build them big, then I can't expand them, and we're going to have to do some sort of construction work. So we might as well do this way. But we want this to look cool is what we want it to do. We don't want it to be just some ugly looking janky thing in the middle of our roadway. So we want this to look really neat. Let's take and put turn this. How many of these can it hold? That's clean. That's clean. Jumping right off the edge. So not used to it. Okay, this will hold. Do that. That looks pretty neat. I'm just going to put this here so I can build off of it. Keep climbing around. Okay. So that looks pretty neat. I think that looks cool enough to come up out of the water. Only problem is they're not centered. That one needs to be moved over. That was kind of silly. Let's go like that. That goes like that. Now, one thing I found out about the blueprinter, if just because you connect conveyors into it, you're going to have to deal with some weird stuff. So we're just going to put these two between it. That. And now we're going to decorate this and make it look kind of neat. Let's take some painted beams. I'm going to paint the beams underneath it. I like the lights on it, though. The lights on it look really cool. Delete. Kind of cool looking. Okay. I mean, you're not going to see any kind of cross beams on it. So that's just going to look like it looks. We could take... metal beams. That looks kind of neat. It's going to look like these cool looking stands in the middle. We want to do get these cool looking stands to look in the middle of it, then we'll have something that looks kind of architecturally sound. I don't know. Means I need to delete those. No. Not what I wanted to delete. Just stand on top of it, maybe? Want that gone. There we go. Okay, that looks kind of cool. I kind of like that look. That looks pretty cool. I mean, considering if you get the idea of what I'm about to use it for. Keep the rest of this. Okay, let's just try it. Let's see how it feels. Now, what we're going to call this is, I have so many things called conveyor stuff. Conveyor water float. That'll help me recognize what it is. Put an icon in here. Let's pick this thing. Select it. We'll keep that color. It's fine. Clear the designer. Open the chest. Steal the stuff. Okay, now. Drop down here onto these creatures here, whatever they are. And let's see how this functions. Blueprint. Bear water float. There's stuff under the water here. I do. See, that's gonna put me beneath the base though. Let's delete this stuff under the water. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna build up out of the water just a little bit. We wanna try to get as even. We don't want these things to be built strange. Oop. That's gonna be the height that we want. I take the blueprint, little butt to the edge of it. Close. Just delete these two. This is where I want. I don't know that this is going to work. Less, of course. There we go. Let's try that out. Blueprints, conveyor water float. Those are pretty even. And now we just need to get over here where we can see what's going on. I mean, those are close. That's off. That's off. They need to be even. So let's build to the head of those. Okay, now let's get our blueprint again. Interesting us doing that. There's 2 on each of these. Oh, is that what we're looking at? Huh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know if you notice what's going on, but they're faced the wrong direction. So because they're faced the wrong direction, they're not going to let me actually build on them. They need to be turned around the other way. Because it actually matters which way you face a conveyor belt. Conveyor belt will go in one direction. So you see the arrow off to the left over here. Kind of see there's an arrow right here. If we take that arrow and we face it the wrong direction, that's what we're going to run into is, it's just going to be faced the wrong way, and it doesn't work. We want this to be running that direction, right? What we want. More of those things. Let's go over here like this. See which way. That's better. What we want. Did I move them the other way? I don't remember doing that. Okay, I can't move them in the other direction. Okay. We're just going to check and make sure these work. That one is totally not in the right place. See, these are flowing the wrong direction. The arrow is telling me that this is the way it was flowing, wasn't it? Yeah, unfortunately. That didn't work out so good. Okay. Now let's just get in line with it. Let's do it like this. Turn it around the other way. Pretty good. Okay, so we can only move back and forth this way. We cannot move left to the right. Good to know. How far that way can we go? Oh, man. I feel like the conveyor, I mean, this whole idea is, it's good, but it's dumb too at the same time. Like, what in the world? I think that I'm just gonna go like do this. It is not easy building on the water, folks. I would just be honest. This is a tricky thing. All of those look like I'm building them wrong. Just so you know, that every one of them feel like I'm building those wrong. But every time I click it, it's just right. So going with it. That's how we're going with it. Built that one a little bit odd. Now, how did that just sit? Oh, those look cooler. Oh man, I like it that I like that better. Doesn't that look cooler? It looks so much cleaner, like a reef or something. Okay. We need that one? We do. Don't need that one. Okay, so if I take this, build it straight. That can work. I don't even want to talk about it. No worth is even that. What is it doing? You see that? Every one of them is crooked. Every one of them is crooked. Okay, this is what we're doing. You're not gonna get away with. You're not gonna get me. This is ridiculous. Okay. I'm gonna go from here. And we went for a dip. Every once in a while we just like get cold or warm and we just want to take a little swim. I didn't count just building them. Hundreds of them. Just making them happen. Or what happens. Let's, yep, got warm again. Every once in a while. Puts this bend in it. Okay, we're gonna switch it up just a little bit. Let's try. Oh, right there. Going to default. Okay, we're missing some encased beams. This conveyor belt build got very boring. But it's going to look pretty sweet with this conveyor belt highway coming into our base. Anyways, I think I'm done building for the evening. We got a good plan together. Got it figured out on the conveyor belts. Kind of a short stream tonight, guys. I apologize. I was a little late getting online. It's been fun, but you know we got some starters going on here. I'm gonna keep working on this. We'll get this idea moving. I think this is gonna be pretty fun. This is a good build for sure. I think this looks pretty cool. And we're going to build this out. This will get all deleted where we stand. We've ixnayed on the whole idea of this base situation here. It's going to come out around. We'll build the conveyors into our base. We're going to run those conveyors out of the base, somehow make them all meet together, and we're going to feed the factories in. What I might actually end up doing is taking out here on the water and building individual factories for each one of these individual items and feeding them back into the base. But we'll need an input and output to this particular situation, and that's just a whole different ball game to have an input and output to those situations. Unless, of course, we have an input for all of our basic materials, and then we take our tower and we build it up the center. And we could actually build our more complex items by sucking things up from the bottom into this from the bottom storage facility. That might actually be a better idea, so we will see how it goes. Either way, I'll be back online again. I won't be building any more of this stuff without you guys watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your night, and Merry Christmas.